Hey there, future techies. We've talked over the last couple of weeks about various graphical type things, so I thought I'd add one more to that series and talk about removing the backgrounds from photos. Sometimes the background of a photo gives great context. It shows where the person is, but sometimes it's really just getting in the way. Or sometimes you just want to repurpose a shot that you've taken for something else and use it for another purpose. The old way to separate an image from its background was using a program like paint.net, which we did an episode on a couple of weeks ago. You have to painstakingly draw a line around the thing that you want to keep and then delete everything else. Here's a photo from last week's episode, which I then cut out and used to make the thumbnail for that episode. I've used paint.net's lasso tool to draw a line as close around myself as I can, and when that's finished, I've got myself selected. What I do is then invert the selection and delete the background. In this case, in the first pass, I've actually done a pretty good job and it worked well enough. But that was the old way of doing it. Artificial intelligence and machine learning have got to the point where images can now be analysed and computers can do a really good job of separating the foreground and background images. This is the website remove.bg, which will allow you to upload a photo, then it will remove the background and you can download the finished product. Here's that same still from last week's episode that I've now uploaded to the site and it's removed the background. And it's done a fantastic job. There's a stack of examples on their site as well showing what an amazing job the product can do. Especially amazing is how it deals with hair, because that's one of the trickiest things to cut around if you're trying to do it manually. The site is really simple to use. You simply click the upload button, find the file on your computer that you want, wait while it uploads, wait a few seconds while it processes, and then click on the download button to download it again back to your computer. There are a couple of downsides though. The downloaded image is a somewhat smaller image, which, as we talked about last week in the image resizing episode, isn't necessarily that much of a problem. But it can be, depending on what you want to do with the clipped image. As an example, here is my manually clipped file on the left, and the background remove automatic version on the right. As you can see, the one on the right is definitely a bit smaller, although in the case of a thumbnail for YouTube, this probably wouldn't matter. The other restriction is the free they tout on their homepage. It's free for personal use only. If you're using it for commercial use, you have to buy credits and use them to manipulate your images. All these prices are in US dollars. You can pay $1.99 for a single image, or you can buy 500 for $199 US dollars, which works out to 40 cents per image. There are also subscription packs that you can get that give you a monthly quota of images for a fixed cost. If you're a business and you wanted to do this sort of thing all the time, I'm guessing this is a bargain, certainly compared to having them done manually. It's worth noting that because YouTube is considered commercial use, I've actually used the hand cut out version for my thumbnails. But if you're doing it for personal use, have fun, enjoy. Let me know how you go. It's worth noting that there are other sites out on the internet that do basically exactly the same thing. Some more complicated than others, and some with different pricing systems. But check them out. In fact, if you find a good one, let us know in the comments below. The Tech Doctor is here to help you become your own technician and negotiate the technology maze. We have a subscribe button down here for YouTube and also a Facebook group up here where you can join and ask some questions. There's also some older videos here and here that you may not have seen. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.